to like calling Microsoft SharePoint API from Microsoft Power Automate. The and left as it is. We'll resume that one. This is not available, so I'm going to create new flow. I'm selecting site URL list me, customer details list, new step, SharePoint API, send HTTP request to SharePoint. So including the ID variable. Now to get item by ID, it will be useful. That's why I'm adding the ID in the view. I'll take property 7, Plus name plus list. Yes, now it is coming. Not sure what we did wrong yesterday. So from API copy, I will give this link to you as well. This API got there. Okay, now I save this. We'll add new item in customer details list and see how we are getting the output in the REST API. Added item. Succeeded. I'll open this. You see same API result we got it. Okay. Title, the search property modified. So if we need any other property, we need to add it in select. Then all other the properties related to that value will come. Mm, call SharePoint API or automate. There's any other things they are doing? get method, same items, so you can see apply to each, that will try. Apply to each. We are getting body result. I don't test search. Then action. Create an item. Title. Oh, they are passing the body value. During a request, we generally want to pass the response. The default response is JSON. Mm, Okay, I'll remove these two steps. Add a header. So in order to pass the JSON, I want to execute one more time. I'll remove these two steps. Test, save. Now add one. So now add only header part uh, to get the result in JSON format. Customer details, right? Okay, so this is the output we'll get. This output, a new step, parse JSON, generate from the sample. Okay, it will help to pass and use the response what we are getting from the SharePoint output. Okay, that's the purpose of this action, pass JSON action. Once pass JSON is done, create item. This is simple adding item in custom search, set a search. So from path JSON, these field values will be available. Oh, okay, search profit didn't get saved. Search prop one. Okay, now I'm saving item. Yes, item is saved. I'm creating new item in customer list. New item got saved. We'll see the response. Yes, it succeeded. So parse JSON is the one we try to parse, and we got the input like this. So that is the schema. So output you can see here, we'll get that output. So from parse JSON, we can get all the details. Okay. So by default, if you are getting any REST API means, then first you execute that API REST API, and you will get the output here. Here, this output you can copy, and after that you can add new step. In that new step, you can add this parse JSON action. In the parse JSON action input, you will give the previous results output, and the schema you need to pass the previous results output. Then it will create the schema for that one, and using that schema we can easily do whatever we need, either creating item, updating item, or calling some other API. Whatever we need we can do from with that result. Okay. Is it clear? Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. You have any doubt in this?
I understood. Uh, and my doubt is, what can we do with this send in a HTTP request to SharePoint? How can we use this?
How can we use this? Same. Actually, here we directly queried with item ID. Correct. So, in some cases we may not know the exact ID, right? We may get only the name or some other property. Okay. One second. Okay. Say for list A, it has around 5,000 items. Okay. List B, 10 items. Adding new item here will trigger the part. Sorry, trigger power automate. From here you are getting particular value, say for example name field or employee id field. Employee id field you are getting. Okay, there employee id you can't directly find, right? So there you may need to update the employee id field in the list E. So to in order to find that employee id, we have here we have that calling the REST API option only, right? Got company portal, MP name, employee ID. These two fields are there. This is bonus. employee ID, bank account, bank account number, employee ID, bonus amount. I'm saying example. Here in a company there are 5,000 employees. In this list A, all 5,000 employee details will be available. Its employee ID one name ABCD, and its sorry, its list name, name, some name, employee ID, and its that employee bank account details. All the details available in the list A. Okay, and company wants to provide bonus to only few employees. Say for example, only 100 employees. Only those employee list will get added in this list. Okay. So from here, whenever we are adding employee ID, we need to get bank account number from the parent list. So how for that we may need the REST API. So whenever new item added, we will query this list A with that REST API and we will get the bank account number of that employee. Then we'll process. Okay, this is one of the examples. Same way, in some other scenario also, we may try to get data from some other list or even some other site. See, you can see from here we are not we have option to give the other site collection as well. It's not like we need to get data from the same site collection. If we want to get data from some other site collection, that also we can do from this REST API call.
Okay. Understood.
Okay, and this is for SharePoint API. Okay, for other API also the process is same only. All API called custom API, not this. HTTP. HTTP. So I directly selected instead of send an HTTP request to SharePoint. I directly selected HTTP. Here you can give any of the URL. It's not only the SharePoint URL. So first selecting which type of method. It's get or post. The URL. If you have some Azure, the API hosted in Azure or on-prem server, you can give that URL. Headers, query, string, and whatever the input we need, we may pass that headers. We may give client ID and client secret, and query string and all we saw, right? How to pass the query string. That value also we can give here. Okay, and for post method, we may need to give the body content, how what we need to post to the query. So that one we can pass here. Okay. Mm, Same way, once we execute the HTTP, we will get the response. We get the response like this. So from there, we can pass the JSON and we can do our operation. Okay, this one and all. So I told right, Power Virtual Agent. In Power Virtual Agent, if you are implementing Power Virtual Agent, this is the one of the way to get data from particular source like SQL Server or some other places. If there is any data and you want to query and get me, this is the way you will get that. Okay, if calling the API, you will get the response. Then you need to pass and you will pass the data to the Power Virtual Agent that will print to the display to the end users. Okay, even SQL related actions also available. You can directly query SQL also, execute SQL query. So this one also available. Okay, you when you find any action, you just check whether that action related to that is available or not. Then if not available, then you can go for like API. Okay, so for in getting data from SQL for SharePoint and all, here in this page we are customizing, we are adding new web part and we need to get data from SQL means that is not possible. We need to have particular API that with that API only we can connect and get data from that SQL server. But here that's not the case. You can add this action. You provide the database name, authentication, username, password, and clicking on create will create the connection. From there, you can directly execute the query. Okay, that is the feasibility we have in Power Platform. I'll delete this HTTP as well. Any doubt in this calling the API?
No.
No, right? Okay. So this is fine. There's how error handling we will handle. How we will handle the errors. That is one question they will ask me interview. Okay. Mostly and error handling. How we done. So this way we can find in which step it got failed, why it got failed. So there may be wrong input or the output process in the previous step would have been different. So likewise, we can find from here itself. Okay, but if they want to catch the process and they don't want to give that result, error result to the end user, then we can implement try catch block in Power Automate as well. Error handling in Power Automate. See, they are adding scope. Within the scope, they can add multiple controls. Create one flow. Yes, thank you. Any value. Okay, in the new step, instead of step adding scope. Okay, this is like collection of actions within the scope. Okay, we can rename this as try. Okay, from here we can call whatever they have done. API. Hmm, okay, so if it fails, Add new scope. The scope what they try to do in the catch block. Set variable. They're playing with variable. I'll rename it as catch. When it should executed, configure run after. If you select, there is option configure run after. So after try catch is failed, it will run, failed and timed out. If it is failed or timed out, then only this catch block should come. Likewise, you can configure. Okay. So once it is failed, it will come to the catch block. In the catch block, if there is any logs list or if you want to send email to the user, send an email. This one, so failed. Okay. So we'll make a mistake here. I added one more T, so there's something wrong with this URI. Hopefully it should fail and see how it executes. Save. So customer details list, we need to add an item. Just flow. I'm not adding any other item, directly clicking on save. Try catch plug, this one we created, right? Okay, I go here. Succeeded, I'll go inside. You can see a try plug failed. No dependent action succeeded. It failed like 404. Particular item is not found, like that we got the error. Okay. So once it is failed, we can catch either if there is any particular list we can add or sending email. Like we are notifying this action is failed. Okay. Like even if there are finally black, that one also we can add. So something steps are simple. We need to add scope. Within the scope we need to add the conditions and actions. So for the second scope we need to define when we need to execute. Okay, after failing the first scope only we need to execute. So likewise we need to define the scope. We can define the scope. Okay, that is the flexibility they have provided. So with this, we can implement try catch flag, and we can avoid showing the error message to the end users. Okay, yesterday we tried to add you. Yes, no license assigned to you. Can you check whether you are able to? Okay, if not, maybe for that you may need to wait for some more time.
Same error is coming.
Okay, fine. Okay, you wait. Let's check tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, hopefully, you should be able to accept. Okay. So now only I send you this. Only I send you this license. Maybe it may take some more time. Okay. And yes, we covered so all major topics in Power Automate. Okay. Hope everything clear. Okay, interview perspective for Power Automate and all scenario based question only mostly will get. Okay, whatever the interviewer works, he would ask. Okay, so you are like particular list you are adding. Uh, there is a list. Okay, uh, you are attached with the update event. Update event. Okay. So whenever an item got updated in this list, same item will be updated by Microsoft Flow. Okay. Okay, for example, student subject 1, subject 2, subject 3 total. Okay. Say for example, I'm adding for student 1, subject 1 60 mark. Okay. What my Power Automate will do, it will calculate subject 1 plus subject 2 plus subject 3 and update total as 60. Okay. For the second time, updating, let it be 60, subject to 70. Okay. Now it should update as 130 is the total. Okay, this is the scenario. Okay, but what happens if we uh, student one got and for student one I'm updating as 60. That time Microsoft Flow will trigger and total will get updated. Okay, after even though this flow is updating this item, again this trigger will even will get triggered, right? This will be like infinite loop, right? How you will control that? Any idea? You got my point?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. The question should be like that only. Okay, same item. So updated. So update the event. How you will handle the scenario? Okay. So mostly we can avoid it, by using status field. Status field. Okay. So whenever we are updating, it should update as like completed by flow like that. Some status needs to be updated. Second time when we are updating manually, this status should be updated as some other value. Then only we can avoid this kind of triggers. Okay. So like there may be multiple scenarios like how you will handle timeout issues for the particular API calls and all. Timeout issues and all we can handle. If you go to this particular action, go to the settings. So this retry policy and all ask, they will ask. So sometimes if you get timeout issue, how you will do fixed interval. So we may need to execute this after some time, right? So that one we can define here. Fixed interval, in what interval we can execute the particular API getting data from large sources, it getting timeout means these things and all we may need to configure. Then only we'll get all the data to the destination. Okay, you go through and you like get to know all the options available in these settings as well. And clicking on this three dots, we can see multiple options. We can rename any actions as well. This one we can rename, new command, copy to clipboard, add a note. Okay, you go through this. Okay, and let me know. Even I too will find if there is some other like scenario based questions are there. I will let you know. Okay. Mhm. Okay, fine.